Hey everyone, it's Cole, back with another Cole's commentary. Kansas State finished up their third day of practice today here in Orlando, Florida, as they prepare for the Pop-Tarts Bowl against NC State. Now, before practice, Kansas State and some NC State players headed to a little amusement park in the center of town and had a chance to ride some roller coasters, take some pictures, give back to the community of Orlando, Florida. We were there. There was a few player interview opportunities with Hadley Panzer and Desmond Purnell to Kansas, who said, yeah, the weather's a little bit different here. Right now, it's about 75 degrees. It's pretty humid. If you plan on coming down for the game, make sure you bring your umbrellas. There's a chance of rain on Thursday night. We'll see if that holds. But either way, Camping World Stadium, K-State, NC State, it's going to be a great game. We had a chance to listen to some NC State players talk to, and the thing that they talked about was the culture of both teams and how both teams are very, very similar. Now, it should come as no surprise. NC State, a program that's on the come up. They have a sixth-year starting quarterback, but it's his first year at NC State, and this is an offense that really started to peak in the second half of the season. NC State had a very similar season to Kansas State. They beat the teams that they should have beaten, and maybe they lost to some teams that they probably should have lost to. But for me, the biggest takeaway for this Kansas State team today is, as I was walking around at practice, we only had a chance to be here for 10, 15 minutes, but these coaches, that's the thing that I want to talk about today on Cole's Commentary, because I think a lot of the times in today's era of college football, we can overlook just how important on the field coaching is. But for K-State, we shouldn't overlook it. These coaches here at K-State, they know exactly what they need to do to win. And yesterday, during the media availability with Joe Klanderman, he said he wanted to coach the players that were there. He said, we're going to coach the heck out of the guys we got. And today, they were coaching the heck out of the guys they got. It is amazing to me. You do not get into this business as a college coach unless you love coaching and being around the sport of football. And it's very obvious that these assistant coaches do. They care for their players. They care for them more than just as football players. They care for them as people. When Connor Riley was talking about his offensive line group, he started to tear up. He said, I can't even put into words how much this group has meant to me over the past 5 years. And, you know, it's bigger than football. And I think a lot of the times when we talk about collegiate athletics, we oftentimes fail to mention that these are people too. And today at practice, I just got the vibe that these coaches are just as excited to play this last game with, especially the seniors, as anybody else is. And as disappointed as this season may have been for Kansas State, there is still some light at the end of the tunnel. Of course, you have the major question mark looming over everything with Avery Johnson and how special he can be for this program. But these coaches want to celebrate the people that are here. They want to celebrate the fact that the guys that are here who are playing in their last game at K-State, maybe they enter the transfer portal after the season. Maybe they try and go to the NFL. But for a lot of these guys, folks, this is going to be their last time ever running out of the tunnel in any kind of athletic event. We forget that sometimes as people in the media and as fans, that these guys, they move on with their lives. And there's a lot of guys on this team that will move on with their lives at the end of the season, but these coaches will always care for them. They still care for them. And so I think the main takeaway that fans should have as the season comes to a close on Thursday night with this Kansas State team is that the players who are here, they care about the university. They care about their teammates, but they also care about the fans. They care about the community, and they care about you. And so it's not lost on them that the folks who are traveling 20 hours away from home, some people in Manhattan, Kansas, that they've paid their hard-earned money to come down to watch them play in a bowl game in Florida, to come down and bring their family over Christmas. It's not lost on them. Their families have had to make the same sacrifices, and these coaches care for the players care for the fans, and I think that's what makes K-State so special. Either way, K-State, they now are 2 days away from the bowl game, the Pop-Tarts Bowl, Kansas State and NC State. We'll stay on top of it here at GoPowercat. Make sure you're hitting subscribe, drop a comment, leave a like, let us know how we're doing. Appreciate it. Until next time, we'll talk to you then.